Bryna. Yeah, I'm joined by our next guest. It's Mattea Searby, who is a Level 4 Associate Ambulance Practitioner. As I said previously, always really catchy names with these ones. Nice and easy to remember for me. Thank you, Mattea, for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
How are you doing today? How have you found it out and about there?
Yeah, it's really good. It's nice to see such a busy, event, and I'm really pleased to be here.
So where is it that you work then?
So I work for the East of England Ambulance Service as a Level 4 sort of emergency medical technician.
So I want to know, what does a Level 4 emergency technician get up to?
So basically, I've been out on the road since December. I completed 12 weeks of clinical training from September to December to kind of gain my clinical skills. So I'm sort of competent out on the road. And then, as I said, I've been out on the road since December and out sort of seeing patients. I'm third manning at the moment, so I'm working with 2 other qualified members of staff. So it's a really good chance for me to shadow and put into practice what I've learned in my training, but still having that support from those sort of qualified members of staff as well. So it's been quite a steep learning curve,
but quick as
thoroughly
well.
Yeah. So, but no, I'm really enjoying it so far.
So was that the start of your apprenticeship? Was September then?
Yes.
So that was the start of
September.
the apprenticeship. So how have you found the process or the experience of doing an apprenticeship? I know you went to university, which we'll touch on in a minute, but how have you found the apprenticeship journey?
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. It was quite a steep learning curve for me. I didn't come from a clinical background, so it was all very new. And in that 12 weeks, we covered an awful lot of content, so that we were sort of prepared for every eventuality. Obviously, we had to learn all about the anatomy and physiology of the human body so that we could then work out what can go wrong. So as I said, it was quite a steep learning curve, but really enjoyed it. It's something I've always been really interested in, and I'm so pleased that I've sort of took that jump and did the apprenticeship, because I'm sort of on my way to sort of achieving my dream career, really.
Yeah, I think it's amazing. So what made you choose the ambulance service for an apprenticeship?
So I've always been interested in like healthcare. As you mentioned, I went to university and did health and social care. But for me, it's the variety, and it's such a rewarding career. You're out there helping people every day, really making a difference to people's lives. I mean, on Boxing Day, for example, I went to somebody who was having a heart attack. And
too much turkey.
And that for me, because we treated them on scene, we then transported them to hospital, and then I actually got to watch them have the operation to literally kind of save their life. And I came out of that and thought, actually, I've saved someone's life
you
today.
Played a part of that. Absolutely.
And that's such a rewarding feeling, and I came out of that and thought, that's why you do it, and that's what you get out of bed for every day.
I can imagine it's quite high highs, but as well as low lows in that sense as well.
Yes.
It's sort of a career of extremes, if you will.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You never know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to. So you do have to be prepared for every eventuality. But as I said, it has been a bit of a roller coaster. Like you say, there are the highs, but then there are also the lows. But as I said, it's such a supportive environment, and everyone has been so encouraging, and if you've got a question, everyone is there to sort of back you up, and it really is a team effort well, which is really nice.
So before apprenticeship, BA, you went to university to do health and social care.
Yes.
Why at that time? I'm not saying it was a fault of your own. Don't worry, we're not going to hound you about it. But why did you choose the further education pathway of university?
So, to be honest, I didn't really know much about apprenticeships beforehand. So, when I was at school, it was very much focused on A-levels and then university. And also I sort of followed in my brother and my sister's footsteps as well, because both of them went to university. So for me, I didn't really explore my options. That was just always what I was going to do. But I must admit, I probably should have done now, and I would always encourage sort of younger people now to explore their options, because there's so much out there. But as I said, I wanted to go to university. I wanted to experience living away from home and having that independence. And I don't regret going to uni. I thoroughly enjoyed my time there. I've come away with a degree. And I think actually for me, coming out at 21, I don't think I would have been prepared if I'd have done paramedic science, for example, I don't think I would have been there sort of mentally. Like, I don't think I would have had that maturity and life experience, having just gone straight through education and then come out and gone straight onto the road. But yes, for me, I actually worked as an apprenticeships advisor for Apprenticeships Suffolk.
So it all goes round, doesn't it?
Yeah, so it's strange to be on the other side of things now as an apprentice. But as I said, for me, I got to experience university, which I really enjoyed. But now I'm doing the apprenticeship where I'm gaining that hands-on physical experience. And yeah, I'm really pleased that I've done it in that way. It's really
important to acknowledge there where you said about knowing when yourself's ready to do something, and nobody can tell you if that's you. Yeah. That's you telling yourself, no, I'm ready to do this. I'm now, fully realised myself now, and deciding what I'm going on to do. So what's the future looking like for you? What are the career goals? How's your apprenticeship going to help you with that?
Initially when I started this apprenticeship, the goal was to go on to do the level 6 degree apprenticeship to become a paramedic. That is still the aim at the moment, but I'm going to see how I go, settle into my role as an EMT first of all, and become really confident in that role, because I think that will be a nice transition into the level 6, because I have been told that the jump from level 4 to 6 is not as steep, because you're kind of already doing the job. You're just learning and upskilling and learning just a little bit more to become the paramedic. So so that's the goal at the moment.
That's great. So it's really important to have those aspirations as well, to have something to work towards. And I think that's part of the apprenticeship, is that you're working towards something. Every day you're going to work, that's another day working towards this.
Yes, yeah, definitely. And it's nice to know that there is that progression. But it could also be that I'll get to the end of my level 4 apprenticeship and be happy there. And the great thing is there's no time frame either. So, it could be in 10 years' time that I feel ready to then progress on, and that's still an option. So it's nice to know that you haven't got to do everything straight away. You can take your time, feel confident, and do it when the time's right for you.
It's been highlighted a couple of times today that each person is an individual. There are different speeds of learning, different points of reaching these moments as well, and I think that's really important to focus on. I think an apprenticeship really highlights that.
Definitely, yeah. And like you say, apprenticeships cater for all abilities and all ages as well. And I think that's something that needs to be promoted more, is that apprenticeships aren't just for young people. They are for everyone from all different walks of life and different experiences as well. That's
exactly what we're here today to scream from the rooftops about, is try and get that message across. Thank you so much for joining me, Mattea. It's been lovely to speak to you, and it's great to hear about your journey. It sounds like you've done so much already, but keep going forward. It sounds really great. Thank you for joining me.
Lovely. Thanks for having me.